Do you know who you are? For some, this is an easy question to answer. Some people know who they are, what they want to be, and have already figured out their course in life. But for others, that question still follows them around like a weight on their shoulder, and because they want that weight off, it becomes a contributing factor in the actions they take, from what degree they choose to what jobs they apply for. That question of who you are is tough because it can be interpreted in many ways. Does it mean how you look, where you are from, or something else? Who you are is something that only you can decide on. There will be moments where other people influence you, but at the end of the day, it is your thinking and feelings that will define the person you are. Not only in the point of view of what actions you take, but from all types of reasons, such as the colour of your hair to the types of clothes you wear. And what makes this question difficult is that you change. But there will be a point in your life when you know who you are, when you've decided the path you want to walk and commit to it. And that is what Mamoru Hosoda's 2012 film Wolf Children represents to me. Through the characters of the mother Hana and her two wolf children Yuki and Ame, they all throughout the movie decide who they are, and it is a decision that does not come lightly. Through the changes in environment to the people they meet, all three go through a roller coaster of emotions to get to a point where they can define themselves. We live in a world that forces us to choose who we are very quickly, and this is through the decision of what degree we take in order to work in a specific field. In the UK, from age 16, you are tasked to figure out what career path you want, which would then help you figure out what education you need, and that one decision would define the majority of your life. Because from that point on, it will dictate what industry you would try to get into and what job you would be looking to work at for the best part of your life. And that is a big decision. A decision that people regret, and for some, a decision they cherish because it allowed them to do what they always had a passion for. But as Wolf Children shows us through the character of Hana, sometimes life will throw you curveballs that cannot be accounted for, and your plans for the future change. And from that point on, you have to redefine who you are. Through the death of her partner, she becomes a single mother raising two children. This means she has to quit her education and part-time job in order to care for a young family.
母は子育てのために大学を休学し、アルバイトも辞めざるを得ず。
That system we have at the moment does not account for when life gets in the way. The system we live in only accounts for one outcome. You get your degree in your desired industry and you get a job that you will keep for life. But life is not simple and it is difficult to navigate through.
小児科と獣医さん、どちらに行けばよいか迷い。
It's tough and confusing the majority of times, and when life does get in the way, you are left to fend for yourself, and all those years learning and building who you are changes on a dime, and you then have to reinvent yourself again. Hana reinvented herself throughout the movie, from eager student to dedicated mother. And it wasn't easy. She had to completely abandon her home to find a new one, and because she did not have a job, she had to find inventive ways to make sure her children try and live a normal life as possible. From using her savings to buy groceries,
父の残したわずかの貯金が私たちの生活を支えていました。
to growing her own vegetables. When life gave her lemons, she didn't just make lemonade, she grew a lemon tree. And in the end, she answered the question, "Do you know who you are?" with a smile. For her children who had the ability to switch from human to wolf, they had the hardest decision to figure out who they are, because they were both battling with whether they were human or wolf.
やだ。
なんで？
狼だから。
人間でしょ。
狼だろ。
From the start, it looked clear what route they would take. Yuki was energetic and thrived being a wolf. She loved hunting and scavenging, while her younger brother Ame was quiet and shy. He even said that he did not want to be a wolf because in the books he reads, no one likes them and they are seen as the bad guys.
狼ってどうしていつも悪者なの？みんなに嫌われて最後には殺される。だったら僕、狼は嫌だ。
But after attempting to hunt for a bird, Ame found a passion and respect for being a wolf and did a complete 180 and found himself more invested in the activities of a wolf than a human, shown by him abandoning school to instead explore the forest.
明日学校に来ないと許さないよ。
やだ。
while Yuki, who loved going to school, found a respect for her human peers and wanted to be more like them, even going as far as changing her personality so she can fit in.
私は決意しました。これからはなるべくおしとやかに女の子らしく振る舞おうと。
Trying to figure who you are comes at the most random times and cannot just be thrusted on you at a specific age.
人間か狼か。
And sometimes people don't know who they are until later in life. And that is alright, because life is not a race, it's not even a marathon, because it is not a competition. It feels like life is thrusted on you. From the moment you leave the education system, you are a lone wolf that is meant to navigate your way through a dense unknown jungle. Life does seem like you have to win early or you don't win at all. But just like in Wolf Children, you won't know straight away if you want to be human or wolf, and it is unfair to know that answer right away. For Yuki, it was when she went to school and made friends that defined who she wanted to be, and for Ame, it was when he saw that wolf in the cage looking sad. At that time, he was that wolf, feeling caged in the world of humans, and it was only when he experienced the freedom of being a wolf did he know the answer to who he was. Life's questions are only answered by living life, which means that life's questions will always have a different answer because life can change, and it can change very quickly. Hannah had a whole family, but then her partner died, meaning she was alone to raise her 2 young children. Yuki was a free-spirited wolf to then becoming a respectable human, and Ame was a shy human that became nature's guardian as a wolf. What Wolf Children teaches us is that it is okay to change from who we were before, and it is okay to keep changing. So, I asked a question at the beginning of this video. Do you know who you are?